So probably the next easiest piece of homework is making the plus button in the sidebar work. That just sets the current note to an empty one, right? So who all made this work? Ben, what'd you do? Mm-hmm.
I just made it. So I called the change form note, the function that I made earlier, but I just passed it empty strings.
So here's it's this link here, right? Oh, we don't want an href on that. So throw it on, click on there. I'll just put a little arrow function. Just to make sure that that much works. Click, yep. Good. So we have set current note up here. Takes a note in, so you could pass a blank note into that, right? We're also setting a blank note as the initial state, right? And right now, there's just ID, title, and body, but if we ever add more, I don't want to have to remember exactly what a blank note looks like. I'd like that to be defined in one place. So I'm going to go ahead and create a method for blank note. I'm just going to call it blank note. I will use my new trick. And that will just return that object. So up here, I could say current note in state is this dot blank note. Make sense? That still work? Seems to. So I suppose I could pass down both this dot blank note and current note, but that seems kind of silly. My hobby, making people think I'm even weirder than I am. Quite a trick sometimes. So, even though these are really, really short methods, I have blank note, I have set current note. I'm going to make reset current note. We're just going to call this dot set current note and pass it this dot blank note. The return value thereof, right? I actually am calling it here and passing in that blank note. I don't want to pass the function in, I want to pass in the blank note. So then I can pass this thing down as a prop to the sidebar. We're starting to pass in an awful lot of props here. Let's learn another new trick. So in my render function, I'm going to make a new local variable called actions. Oops. And basically that's going to have all of my methods that I'm passing as a prop. So actions is going to have a key set current note, which will be this dot set current note. And reset current note, this dot reset current note. And then here's my new trick. What? Behold our good friend spread syntax. So the spread syntax can be used to spread out the items in an array. Originally it was for arrays, but it now works on objects too. That is a newer feature and is not supported everywhere, but it is newly supported in Chrome. And Babel certainly can handle it. But basically, someplace that you would want those individual items, you can use this spread syntax to get them out. Here's an example as an argument to a function. So if display the dang note, we're expecting separate arguments called breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we just had this, we'll change it back to meals, variable. I can't just say display the dang note meals, right? What's that going to do? Breakfast is going to be that object, right? The first argument. But I could do this. And then it's going to pass in each property of the object as a separate argument to the function. Array is a better example for this. But this is what we're doing here. Here's this object actions that contains the keys set current note and reset current note. And I basically want to pass arguments called set current note and reset current note to main, my component. So I can use the spread syntax to expand this object into each of its pieces. It is the same as writing set current note equals this dot set current note. Reset current note equals this dot reset current note. These are not the last actions we're ever going to take in this thing. And it'll be easier to just come update this than have to remember to explicitly add new props to this thing. Yeah.
So do you still need to have that current note equals this dot set current note?
I could have put that in there too. But those aren't actions. So current node is the data, right? So that's not in here.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I could have another one. Something like const note data. Notes is this dot state dot notes. Current note is this dot state dot current note. I'll put them in the same order I did up there. I could do that. Makes my JSX very simple. I like it. Does everything still work? Yep. So anyway, reset current note is now available to main. So main now has a new prop coming in. Reset current note, which we want to pass down to sidebar. So in sidebar, we have a new prop coming in. And on click, we can call that thing. Shouldn't have to worry about the binding of this because reset current note was initialized with the property initializer. So this should be the right thing. So when we get to this .set current note and this .blank note, this should be the app component. Let's try it out. Woohoo! Yeah. You dig? Clear the note, clear the form upon clicking the plus. That is an equal sign. The plus button. In the sidebar, just to be clear. Homework part 1. Homework part 4.